Okay, hello everybody. It is day 26, and of course, Falcon and Pete's and one of the red ones, always the ones up front. Come here, you guys. What are you doing? Oh, what are my girls doing? Oh, yeah. It was cold today, and it was rainy in the morning. Back up. Stay in there. It was rainy in the morning, so I kept them inside while I went out and went to Home Depot and got paint and the last things I'm going to need to do the chicken tractor. So, what's funny, I don't know if my phone camera, I'm going to have to get a new camera, but you can see their heads. Their heads are like real fuzzy, and the feathers are coming in, so they all look like they just got really bad hairdos. And so I've been picking on them about that, and they're girls, so they're mad at me. But they also were mad about staying inside as long as they did today. They were not happy about that at all. They escaped in the shed once. I wish I'd had a camera because actually these four right here, actually five, Raven and these four all got out in the shed and were just going crazy. They're like, no, we don't like the inside. This video, just so anybody that knows, they can drop out, but I'm going to make it a little long because I want my mom to be able to see it. This was the brooder they were in, Mom, or still are in at night when they're sleeping. They don't really need much heat. And over here, oh yeah, give her a little. This is a little shot of the yard. We got a rock path that goes out to my shed because it just gets full of water. So we're gonna put mulch. We're using an all-natural mulch, and we're gonna fill that side in where it gets filled the most, and see how that works. And then the chicken tractor is over here. Got a lot of stuff coming up, and we got a little herb garden that started there last year, and there's a lot of grass around it because I pull that and give it to them every day. They like it when I rip it up and just throw it in the cage. I got my compost pile started back there. We're all fenced in so nobody can get in here. Wood pile for fires, and we got a little fireplace right here. And then over here, this is pretty much all. Once I'm done with the construction, this stuff's all getting cleaned out and going to come out of here. And this whole area is going to be chicken area. But this is going to be the chicken tractor. That cage, I'm going to move slowly back over this way. That is going to be on the front of it and will be kind of their run that they can get into. Moving back. And then there's going to be a chicken coop on the back of it, and they'll be able to go underneath it. And eventually there'll be nest boxes on the side for their eggs. I just put up a little screen to grow stuff up. I'm going to put this kind of fencing up along there, so that'll be 4 foot high fence where they can run around the coop and everything else in here and hang out. And we can still move it, and eventually it'll have wheels. But for a while, this is going to kind of be their area. Once I get this cleaned up some, get the extension cords from. I had to run 2 extension cords for heaters because I had to run 2 heaters, and I was blowing fuses because it's freezing cold for me. And then over there is where we had our last big fire pit, and on the that one there, and we're going to cover that up, and that's going to be all like dandelions and clover, and then we're just going to let that grow out because we can eat it, they can eat it. So the goal is the whole backyard is nothing but edible plants. And this is the stuff that was hung over from last year that made it through. My chives are coming up real good already. And then I've got some wild chives here that got some big bunches of them that I'm going to plant because my peppermint plant is just going everywhere. So I'm going to dig a bunch of it up and move it over along that fence. I'm going to just grow peppermint all up and down that fence. That way we can even mow it and it'll just smell good back here. And then she's got, I think that's bee balm, and we've got a regular like white sage that's coming back here, and we're gonna have more cilantro over there, and there's chocolate mint that's growing all over that side of it. I got to get the rest of it out, and it's also all over this little pile right here. The mints they go crazy in this yard, so we're going to do that, and then this whole back, it grows up with a lot of natural wildflowers and things, and that's like I showed you a video last year, but we're going to add some stuff to it. bring in more hummingbirds. Oh, we got bird feeders up. The finches go after these two real big, and then the cardinals and stuff go after that one. And then over here, we just started getting this fencing up along this side of it, and the sun's out, which is so wonderful now. But we got this farm fence, so it's big enough to keep chickens in and cats out for the most part. And it goes right to the back of the property on the woods line, and then all the way up, and then we're going to be having a piece of wood here, and then there's going to be some type of a gate there, and then we may slowly add privacy, but for right now, this is all we're doing, because everything that we care about is closed off, and you can't really see anything like out my window or whatnot. It's just all woods. So, great backyard, and we'll just see. There's supposed to be a pool probably going in here, just on above ground, so we can float in it in the heat of summer pool. But that's the plans right now. So hope everybody's having a great spring day. I am up here. It warmed up after I got done with all my crappy shopping, and the chickens got to come out, and look at that. Sun is just shining down on them. They are so happy. They had to spend about an extra 5 hours inside that they normally wouldn't today. And birds flying in from all over. We've got bird food and bird feeders and stuff everywhere. But these girls are having a good time outside in the sun. So, chirp, chirp, chirp.